Test, test. Alright, we might as well just make a start. Yo! Oh, also, this was supposed to be an audio test. I've just realised there's going to be, whoops. Just wait. There. Stop moving. There he is. Cool. I'll get back to the point I was about to make there in a second. Welcome to the stream. How are we all doing today? It's just, I'm just going to turn the music volume down a little bit just so I can make sure that, like, I can hear myself a bit better in the monitors, because that's kind of the main reason we're doing this stream today. So yeah, so welcome to the stream. Welcome to Thursday night. Welcome to the midweek stream. Still, I really should lock down like a proper day we do this. Like, it's gonna be Thursday nights at 7:30 or something like that, instead of I don't know. Well, we just I got a few hours spare tonight before I have to go to bed for work tomorrow. Let's just do a stream. So I should probably figure something out there, but you know, baby steps. Anyway, the purpose for the midweek stream today is that we are for the past few weeks on stream, I have been for lack of a term, complaining about my Focusrite Scarlett Solo audio interface that I use as my basic, like, I plug my mic as my main like mic mic device between mic devices, because of the XLR port. I can't plug it directly into the computer, so I need to have an audio interface to plug into my computer and to plug between the mic. Sorry, I'm hitting my mic now. And the problem with that is using a monitor was that I was finding that it, more often than not, there would be a lot of weird audio lag when I was playing a game. The audio monitors would just cut out entirely. I'd have to unplug it and replug it in. It was really annoying. It's a good bit of kit otherwise, and I feel like, from looking it up online, I feel like mine was just seemed to be the minority of the seemed to be a bit of a minority. So I wanted to change up, so I wanted to basically replace it, and so I upgraded and just went and bought a Focusrite Scarlett 2i2, which it's the same kinda, but slightly different. So it's a newer version and it's got more stuff and it's cooler, and I want to test out to make sure that some of the stuff that everything is all working and the stream is all sounding okay, and I think it is. Looks like it's all coming from like the monitors. It might be, I think the mic might be a bit loud, so I'm gonna just tweak that slightly, because I can see it's in the red. I'm always really bad at like mic placement and figuring out what the best like place for my mic to be is. And it's always a weird sort of, never quite sure where the right place is, but I think that works. It looks good, kind of balance wise. But yeah, so that was kind of the purpose of this doing the stream. So I thought I'd just hang out for an hour and a bit, make sure everything's okay. We'll do some box office game, and it'll be fun. But one thing that I forgot when I decided to stream is that I have also been making a couple of like avatar changes. So you might see so you'll be able to see. So this is the new avatar, guys. I was planning on debuting this on Saturday, because I didn't want to do it halfway through the Phoenix Wright streams. I wanted to wait till we finish that before I debuted it. But yeah, so I have a little new guy on stream now. So it's very Persona 3 influenced. The headphones are very based on like Fukas from that, and I've got like the blue background shadow, which is based from that as well. So I've been playing a lot of that for the past 6 months, and I just wanted to, and so one of the avatars kind of have a little bit of that influence. There's also some like differences in the hair and stuff, and it's generally a lot better. I had I'd intended to do like a complete page one rewrite and just completely overdo it. But wait, that's weird. Apparently we only just decided that we're streaming. Even though we're streaming for nearly 10 minutes. See? Yes. Ooh. Hang on, I've just realised my alert box is not where it's supposed to be. That's cool. God, that could have gone badly. Only we got alerts. The stream, not likely. So you're off to a weird start. I'm playing Escape from the City already, I think. So this is gonna be a fun one. Anyway, as I say, yeah. So I was planning on doing like a page one rewrite of the avatar, but I like this too much. This one too much. So I made some tweaks, and I think it's better. But we'll see. But I mean, the thing is with the stream with all the overlay stuff is it's never really finished. Like I'm always gonna make tweaks to it. It's always gonna be sort of like a live changing thing. It's never gonna be finished. So, you know, just enjoy it for what it is, and then, you know, it'll look different in a year or two, and that's fine. I think that's kind of cool. And it'll be cool. I love the idea of people looking back on like the VODs for these and then going, oh yeah, that's the period when you used the avatar this way, and the backgrounds were this, and he did this, had this type of direction. That was cool. It's like different eras in a way, even though it kind of isn't really planned that way. I think that's I quite like that idea because it shows kind of some sort of evolution to the style and how it works, which is cool. I like it. Hoping for Snowlight to bomb. I'm hearing very mixed reviews for that. IndieWag were really positive about it actually, but everyone else has not been positive. I hear Rachel Zegler's really good in it though. I think it will be fine at the box office. Anyway, thank you for that segue actually, MP Realty. MP Realty, sorry, to get your name right. Because today we are going to be doing some box office game. So this is essentially, for those who don't know, based off of the Blank Check podcast's box office game, where they try and guess the top 10 released films in a certain weekend of the US box office. So some fans have basically made this into an actual like website you can do it, and we're gonna have some fun with it, and we're gonna do the weekend of April 5th, 2019 today. So, number one at the box office this week is a Warner Bros. Film. It has made $53 million this week and is a new entry. So, April 5th, 2019. So, this is a couple of weeks before Avengers Endgame comes out. So it's kind of this weird period where a lot of stuff is kind of running scared a little bit, or they're all shoving stuff in around now because otherwise Avengers are just going to eat their lunch. Warner Brothers 2019. I wonder. There isn't a Fantastic Beasts movie that was out around this time. I don't think so. What we'll do is, and also the things about this era is that you look at the big studios like Warner Brothers, Paramount, Disney, and you immediately think of like their franchises and trying to figure out which entry in the big franchise it is. So like Warner Brothers, you've got Harry Potter stuff. You've got DC, and I don't think it's either of those. But like they also have like smaller stuff that isn't franchises, but it's always my mind immediately goes to, oh, it's a big budget, $200 million superhero movie or something. So I'm going to be bold and see if I can get it from the tagline. And it could be a animated movie because this is around sort of like Easter period, so a lot of animated films get released around here this time. Just say the word. Ah, crap. That's not helpful. Oh wait, yes it is. I wonder if it's Shazam, the Zachary Levi superhero movie, because isn't that like about magic and stuff? I don't know, I never saw it. Yes! Shazam! A boy is given the ability to become an adult superhero in times of need with a single magic word. I've heard that movie's fine. Like, apparently it's quite enjoyable. And then there was a sequel last year that I don't think anyone saw. I think that kinda bombed. Right, number 2 at the box office this week. It's a Paramount Pictures release. It is another new entry. It has grossed $24 million this week, and it is something for sure. I think my question is, what do I want to reveal here? I think I wonder if we should go for director possibly this time, because Paramount's a tough one because Paramount makes a lot of stuff. Like, it's almost depressive the amount of like variety they kind of do, but it also never feels like they never really hit the highs that like Disney or Warner Brothers do in terms of like franchises. But I wonder if I can get it from director. Nope. Dennis Widmyer, Kevin Kölsch. Okay, I'm willing to bet this is going to be an animated film, because animated films tend to have more than one director. Let's go for tagline. Sometimes dead is better. Oh, God. I have no idea. I'm just trying. What? I'm assuming it's a kind of like animated film that's like got kind of a supernatural element to it. That's like. But why would you release like that kind of film in April? Like, that's a Halloween thing, right? Okay, I'm gonna go for actor. Jason Clarke. Actually, I think this might be an April horror film. Like, maybe not live action, maybe not animated, maybe live action. It's gonna be something like... It's gonna be like an Insidious spin-off or something, right? Amy Simon. Oh! Oh crap, there's a movie I can picture and it has Amy Steinmetz. It's basically just, the poster is just Amy Steinmetz's face, like screaming, and it's got like weird purple like lighting. It's really, really evocative. But I don't think it's. I think it's called like. It's called like She Dies in the End, but that can't be like a number 2, and that's not right, not a thing anyway. It's like a number, not a number 2, like grossing movie. John Lithgow. What? What is this movie? The heck? That's it. Oh, this is really frustrating me. Because what? I'm gonna have to genre horror. Yeah, I mean, I kind of figured it was gonna be a horror thriller. Jason Clarke. The once and probably never future John Connor. You'll forget that he was John Connor in like Terminator Genesis. I think. Was he John Connor? Was he John Connor in that one, or is that? And I'm gonna have to reveal hints. Lewis Creed and his wife Rachel moved from Boston to Ludlow in rural Maine with their 2 young children. Hidden in the woods near their new family home, Ellie, the eldest daughter, becomes a mysterious cemetery where pets community are. Oh, it's the Pet Sematary remake. Oh, God, of course it is. It's also spelt weird. God, that was forgotten really quickly. God, I love the song. Persona 5 is such like. Persona is the best. Right. Number 3 at the box office is a Walt Disney movie. It has made $80 million this week, and it has made $76 million overall. It was number 1 last week. So there's 2 Walt Disney movies in the top 5. I have a suspicion I know what one of them is, but I don't think it's this one, because this is in its 2nd week. I think the number 5 one is Captain Marvel. But I don't think that's what this is. I reckon this is probably it's crazy that Disney released like what Captain Marvel in what, March, late February, and then they released this, whatever this is, and then they released Avengers Endgame like in about 3 weeks. They're in a real Imperial phase in 2019, and then they like completely blew it after the pandemic. Is it one of their live action remakes? I suspect it might be. I wonder if we... I think it might be Beauty and the Beast. But I'm not gonna make that bold claim until I see the director, because if I see the director, I will probably know what the answer is. Tim Burton, right, so it's not Beauty and the Beast. It is Dumbo. Soar to new heights. A young elephant, whose oversized ears enable him to fly, helps save a struggling circus. But when the circus plans a new venture, name redacted, and his friends discover dark secrets beneath its shiny veneer. I'm a really big Tim Burton fan, and I've never watched this. I think this was very much like... sort of, I think many Tim Burton sort of admitted this is sort of a bit like the low point of his career. Point where he was like, I have no idea what I'm doing anymore. Like, he was working like basically on autopilot. And it's like, yeah, I guess, and it's weird because the whole sort of Disney live action remake thing is technically like because of him. Because the Alice in Wonderland live action remake made like $1 billion, and it's his highest grossed movie, and still one of his worst ones. But like that basically started off the entire trend of the live action remake. And like, so I don't know. There was probably a point to this sentence, and I can't remember what it was. But point is, I've not seen this movie. I've heard it's bad, which is a shame because I like Tim Burton. I really like Beetlejuice, and that felt really much like a return to form. I'm really excited for what he does next, because I'm hoping he's kind of got some kind of like energy or some kind of, lack of a better term, juice back that he can like make something weird and that feels like him again instead of Dumbo, I guess. But maybe he ever will. I don't know. Who knows? That's the thing about him. You never know where that's gonna go. Shame because it's a good cast. Farrell, Keaton, DeVito, all good guys. Anyway, number 4 at the box office this week is a Universal film. It was number 2 at the box office last week. It has made $13 million this week and has made $150 altogether in its third week, and it is a big stonking hit as a result. I mean, I assume it is, but I know what the budget is. Right. I wonder if this is going to be like an Illumination film. Because those tend to release around this time of year. And they do very, very well. Typically at the box office. So, with that in mind, I mean, we should probably like reveal some clues because we're not going to get it from just looking at it as it is. So let's go director Jordan Peele. Ooh, oh, oh, it's way better than I expected. I wasn't expecting that. I forgot. It can't be Get Out. Because Get Out, it's gotta be Us then. Because Nope is a post-pandemic for sure, and I think Get Out is a couple of years before this, because that gets a bunch of Oscar stuff, and I don't remember that being part of like the weird 2020 Oscar situation. But I might be wrong. Yes, Us. Watch yourself. Husband and... Why have they've... Oh, because I guess it's kind of the way the spoiler tags work. They've blanked out the Us and Husband. That's really funny. And same with Beach House. That's goofy. Anyway. Husband and wife Gabe and Adelaide Wilson take their kids to a beach house expecting to unplug and unwind with friends. But as night ends, the serenity turns to tension and chaos when some shocking visitors arrive uninvited. Good movie. Really good movie. I like Us a lot. I think it's really good. I will say it is my least favourite films, but it's very good. Jordan Peele knows how to make a good movie. Number 5 at the box office, Walt Disney movie. It's been out for 5 weeks. I think it's Captain Marvel. And I'm gonna be strong and just go for it. Hiya Faster. Story follows Carol Danvers as she becomes one of the universe's most powerful heroes when Earth is caught in the middle of a galactic war between two alien races. Set in the 1990s, Redacted is an all-new adventure from a previous unseen period in history of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So I'm not gonna lie, I'm a bit of like a Marvel apologist. I really like Marvel movies, so I'm more in the tank for these movies than I think a lot of people are for like even some of the best movies. I quite like this movie. I quite like Captain Marvel. I'm probably one of the few people. Does. I find it quite enjoyable. I find some of the music choices a bit not the best, but actually no, the music choices are good. They're just really obvious 90s ones. Really 90s picks. But it's fun. I also like the Marvels. I think the Marvels is definitely very underrated. I do wish they had made a Captain Marvel movie in between the two that sort of ties the two of them together in a way, because it really feels jarring in the Marvels that like it feels like there should have been more like between all the characters should have been around more since his first movie. But yeah, it's a good old fun sci-fi movie. But yeah, so that's the box office game for April 5th, 2019. And we have a score of 680. Why don't we do a couple more? Said we might do Mario Kart. But I've got to have my Switch to get that sorted out, so that might take a backseat. I thought I had donated, so I had it. That's annoying. Hang on. Bear with me a second. There you go. So we do yesterday's, which is going to be a lot harder. So this will be November 28th, 1986. So this will be... I feel like... Unsurprisingly, someone born in the 90s. I feel like my sweet spot is like anything beyond 2000s. I'm not too bad at box office games from that point onwards. I usually figure it out. Maybe they're just easier because they're more predictable. I don't know. But 86, this is going to be tougher for us. But we'll give it a go. I am sure there will be one like Stone Cold classic or massive hit in the lineup that we can but yeah, we can figure out. I mean, there's a Disney film here. Oh, but it's 80s Disney. 80s Disney is, yeah, it might be an older film. Probably like a reissue of like Peter Pan or something. Anyway, number 1 this week is a Paramount Pictures production. It is a new entry, and it has made $25 million this year. This so far. That doesn't make sense. So, 1986 Paramount picture. I should point out, like, if anyone has any ideas, like, feel free to shout out suggestions. It's gonna be a fun, like, group activity. Okay, so I'm gonna reveal the director, because I think that will give us at least a bit of a hint in the direction. Leonard Nimoy. Mr. Spock himself. Okay. I think this is a Star Trek. I reckon it's a trek to the stars. And I'm trying to remember which one he directed, because I'm pretty sure he directed one. At least one. Do I remember which one it is? I do not. God, I love that interesting that. I love this CUNY remix of the Rosalina at the end of the Observatory song, and they implement the Rainbow Road from Mario Kart 8. Oh, it's so good. We should play Mario Galaxy on stream at some point. Mario Galaxy rules. Yeah, so if it's going to be a Star Trek, then actor is going to... Wait, hang on, actually. Wait a minute. I've said it's going to be a Star Trek. But... hear me out. I might be wrong. In fact, I frequently am. But did Leonard Nimoy direct... I don't want to say Three Men and a Baby. 3 Men and a Baby. Let's forget that one happened. 3 Men and a Baby. I can't remember if he directed that or like a film like that, which sounds insane, but I'm pretty sure that's like a thing that happened, because the world is weird, guy. I know what to tell you. So if I do reveal actor 1, that'll probably give us a better idea, because it'll be like either William Shatner or Tom Selleck. Wait, is Tom Selleck in those? I mean, 3 Men and a Baby, not Star Trek. I know he's on Star Trek. I mean, he might have guest starred in Star Trek. I don't know. Right, it's a Star Trek. I love Star Trek. That is a really obscure reference. I'm literally referencing a t-shirt, a comedian wore in an obscure comedy show. Still got 5 more of these to go. It's not The Voyage Home, is it? I know, I'm pretty sure it's one of the later ones, like, it's either 4, 5 or 6. I'm pretty sure he didn't direct. I know he didn't direct 1 and 2. And I don't think he was... No, obviously he's involved in 3, because 3 is about the search for Spock. I'm gonna say that Star Trek for The Voyage Home. Oh, well that... At least we've got other options in case. Right. Cool. Stardate 1986. How on Earth can they survive the future? They save the future. Got bad news for you. Probably can't. When a huge alien probe enters the galaxy and begins to vaporize Earth's oceans, Kirk and his crew must travel back in time in order to bring back whales and save the planet. Oh, it's the whale one! I've seen like 3 Star Trek movies. I'm not gonna lie. That's not one of them. It's number 2. Just enjoying the Mother 3 music, to be honest. So number 2 this week is a Universal release. It was number 2 last week. It is made $7 million so far this weekend, and it has made $14 million in total. And it has been out for 2 weeks. Number 2 weeks in a row. It's unfortunate, I guess. I don't know. So Universal movie 1986. We're gonna need to go more to go with here. It's not a not a Spielbergo, is it? No, it can't be, because what is he up to at this point? I should know this. I've been tracking his filmography recently. I want to say this is like Empire of the Sun period, but I reckon that would probably be number 1 at the box office if anything. That wouldn't be number 2 weeks in a row. I'm gonna go directory, even though I suspect it won't help us. Don Bluth. Okay. Right. Crap. Legendary animation director Don Bluth. Kind of the anti-Disney. Very prolific 80s animation director. I wonder. I suspect going by actor won't help us at all here. So I'm gonna go for tagline. Meet Fievel. In the search for him to find his family, he discovered America. Oh, that's... That is very annoying, because I can picture I know the movie. I can picture the poster. I think the subtitle is like Fievel Goes West, unless that's the sequel's title. I cannot for the life of me think of what the actual movie is called. It is like, it has Journey in the title. And it's not like, I want to say The Great Mouse Genie, but that's not right, because I'm conflating it with The Great Mouse Detective. Oh, this is really annoying me, because I know it. I know what it is. Thing is, if I put in if I put in Fievel Goes West, right, that will give me the American Tail. That's what it was. A young mouse named Fievel and his family decide to migrate to America, a land without cats, at the turn of the 20th century. But somehow, Fievel ends up in New York alone, must fend off against not only the felines he never thought he'd have to deal with again, but the loneliness of being away from home. So, after that embarrassment, number 3 this week. It was number 1 last week, and it is from Paramount Pictures. It has made $7 million this week, and it has made $94 million altogether, and it's been out for 10 weeks. What are we thinking? Because I got nothing. As I said, Paramount Pictures are kind of a bit eclectic. I mean, we've already had Star Trek movies, so it's definitely not bad. Let's go for... I don't want to just go for director each time. So I think this one we're going to go with tagline. There's little of him in all of us. Why do you do this? This means nothing to me. What if... Let's go director. Great, now I have even less idea. I had nothing and now I have like... more than nothing. Like, nothing doubled. But it's a big... It's clearly a hit, so it's been out 10 weeks and was number 1 last week, so it's presumably Paul Hogan. Oh, is it the original Crocodile Dundee? Oh, I should have just gone actor and I would have got it. Like, yeah, that was a real big hit. When a New York reporter plucks crocodile hunter Mick Dundee from the Australian outback for his visit to the Big Apple. It's a clash of cultures and a recipe for good-natured comedy as naive Dundee negotiates the concrete jungle, proves his instincts are quite useful in the city and adaptly handles everything from wily muggers to high society snoops without breaking a sweat. I'm pretty certain this movie hasn't aged well. And I've seen this movie, and honestly, the only thing I can remember about it, and it's not even from this movie, it's from the sequel. The beginning of the movie starts with him fishing in the Hudson River, using dynamite. It is a very funny sequence. Everything else about the movie is terrible. Anyway. Next movie. Walt Disney. It's number 4 at the box office, was number 3 last week. It's grossed $5 million this week, and last week, in total, it has grossed $11 million. And it's been out for 2,090 weeks, which means it is surely a reissue or a re-release of some classic movie. from years past, which means that I suspect actor and director are going to be very difficult because Disney animated movies during this period, they don't really use big name actors, and directors are basically not very well known. So I don't know. Without actually using some of these clues. So let's just go on and go with the tagline. Here comes a zippity doo dee doo da show. Oh, it's a movie they don't talk about. It is Song of the South. Uncle Remus draws upon his tales of Brer Rabbit to help little Johnny deal with his confusion over his parents' separations and his new life on the plantation. And that's enough of that. Anyway, number 5 in the box office is a Touchstone release. It's a movie that Disney tried to forget, and yet for years they had a ride at Disneyland based on it. You know, but focusing all on the cartoon characters to help you, forget from, all the racism. Anyway, so number 5 this week is a Touchstone release. It has made a total of $39 million, and it has grossed $3 million this week, and is out for 7 weeks. So Touchstone tend to be, and I might be wrong here, they're kind of like, well, they were, I don't know if they are at this point, because I don't know if they were bought by them or whatever, but they are essentially sort of like Disney's adult film sort of range. And when I say adult film, as in like dramas about the president or quote unquote indie movies with smaller budgets. So of course it doesn't really help because like that could be anything in this case, but it's made $39 million, so it's not like, but it's also number 7, so it was also been out 7 weeks, so it might not be a massive hit. Let's go for director. I reckon a lot of these are sort of these are more director based, these kinds of movies. Oh, it's a Scorsese! Legendary director and famous Marvel hater, Scorsese. It sucks that like I don't necessarily agree with his comments about Marvel movies, like, but like it sucks a little bit that like the whole back up, like last 10 years of his career is now basically just like his reputation is just relegated to it's that old guy who doesn't like Marvel. It's like, oh, it's kind of one of the greatest filmmakers ever made. But he's been having a really good comeback the past couple of years with Killers of the Flower Moon, which I'm thinking about today actually. That movie is excellent. Like, I know it's only on Apple TV now, but it is really good. Final Hour is kind of sagged a little bit, but it's still like an incredible filmmaker. It's sort of like the peak of his powers, and I think the final scene's like worth that slog, to be honest. It's a very good movie. But 1986. So I'm willing to take a guess on this already, because I think, and I might be a year or two out, in which case I'd be wrong, but it's around this period he does After Hours. It is not After Hours, which is a shame, because After Hours is a really great movie. I love that movie so much. It's basically Griffin Dunn has a terrible night. He's basically a guy who can't sleep. He meets a girl at in a cafe, goes back to her place, and then things go very wrong for him, and he spends the entire night running around Soho just trying to be like, and everyone like gradually hates him and blames him for everything. It is very funny. It is very dark, but it is very enjoyable. And I highly recommend it. Right, so it's not. The point is, it's not that. So the big question is, what is it? Also, I think After Hours was kind of a flop for Scorsese, if I recall. Why don't we do actor? Paul Newman. Cool Hand Luke himself. Famous for his salad dressing? Ranch sauce? What is it? What a weird career turn for that guy. Like, really successful actor. I'm gonna go make ranch dressing. I mean, this was before like celebrities just made everything. And I say made everything as if like they physically like grew the vegetables to make specialty tomato sauce, but like clearly didn't. They just like, it was the company that made it, and they were like, I'm just gonna can we shove your name in it to sell more? Yup. So he must have had like them. Point is, this was obviously before like every celebrity had everything like branded with their name on it. So he must have like been really loved like ranch dressing. Anyway, let's go back to 2. Tom Cruise. Is it The Color of Money? I think we got there in the end. Took a lot of... Nice. Hustler isn't what he used to be, but he is the next best... has the next best thing. A kid who is. One Paul Hustler, fast Eddie Felson, decides he wants to return to the game by taking a people. He meets talented but green Vincent Laurier and proposes a partnership. As they tour pool halls, Eddie teaches Vincent the tricks of scamming. He eventually goes frustrated with Vincent's showboat antics, leading to an argument and falling out. Eddie takes up playing again and soon crosses paths with Vincent as an opponent. I haven't seen that movie. I should see that movie. How did we do better at that one than we did that one? I knew the answers for most of those. Whatever. Just do a couple more. We can March 30th, 1990. I can do one more. At least. So, March 30th, 1990 is a new line. Number 1 this week is a new entry. It is a new line release. It has grossed $25 million. New Line are a small studio. I know. Did they release? I think my big question here is, did they distribute Silence of the Lambs, and did Silence of the Lambs come out in March 1990? I know it's around that time, but I'm not 100%, and I don't think it is. But we can like... Steve Barron. So it's not Silence of the Lambs. Is it going to be a horror show? Because I feel like all these kind of small studios, that's kind of what their bread and butter is all about. Oh, cool. Sorry, I was looking at my phone. I got an alert on my phone, and Barry Kramer is streaming Metal Gear Solid 5, which rules. I might have to watch that after we're done. I'm not going to rate because there's no point. Ground Zeroes is great. Like, it's basically, I mean, it's a demo. It's a demo for Phantom Pain, but it's essentially just a really big sandbox of the mechanics of Metal Gear Solid 5, and the mechanics of Metal Gear Solid 5 are so good. I really like Metal Gear Solid 5. It's not the best Metal Gear Solid game. I don't think it, but what that game from a gameplay perspective, like the mechanics and what that game allows you to do, like it is such a toy box of like ways to approach mission of gameplay design, how you approach missions, and I kind of actually quite like the plot. I'm not gonna lie, it is kind of my favorite Metal Gear plots. Because I like the one of Metal Gear games that are set earlier, like Metal Gear Solid 3 and 5. I like those better than the other ones because they're so much less convoluted. Like they're still convoluted because it's Metal Gear, and Kojima makes his games way more complicated than he needs to. His game storyline's way more complicated than he needs to. But like, anyway, we're getting really distracted here. But yeah. I think it's fine. It's a good game. Not finished, but I mean, the game wasn't finished when it came out, but good game. So, do I want to go for tagline? No, I can't go for tagline. Hey, dude, this is no cartoon. It's the Turtles. It's the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Quartet of humanoid turtles, trained by the mentor in ninjutsu, must learn to work together to face the menace of Shredder and the Foot Clan. It's made $135 million and $200 million worldwide. So this was famously, quote unquote, famously, I guess, like the highest grossing indie movie for years. It's not anymore. I can't quite remember what it is now. But it's not this. That's helpful. I'm good with trivia. I'll look it up. Right, so according to this, it's been deposed. It's been deposed by quite a bit at this point. So it was the highest grossing independent movie. It's now the 18th. And number 1 is The Passion of the Christ, directed by a very non-controversial figure who we are very normal about. Number 2 is The Untouchables. Number 3 is Dances with Wolves. Number 4 is The King's Speech. Did that do that well? It's wild. Number 5 is My Big Fat Greek Wedding. That was a massive hit, wasn't it? Number 6 is American Beauty. Again, completely non-problematic. The music in that movie is very good. 7. Silence of the Lambs. Parasite. Sound of Freedom. How did Sound of Freedom do that well? That movie like barely come out outside of America. Wild. Anyway. We're going off on a lot of tangents. Guys, feels like we are actually playing like the box office game from Blank Check. Number 2 this week was number 1 last week. It's a Touchstone release. Hey, remember those guys? It has made $12 million this week and has made a total of $28 million altogether. It's been out for 2 weeks, and I'm just going to go for the director because why not? Hey, it's Gary Marshall. Director of such classic movies such as Valentine's Day and New Year's Day and that Other Day movie. There are 3 of those, right? Mother's Day? Is that the one? That the 3rd one that they did? Who cares? So then he also did but I mean, I'm joking, but like he has got quite some pretty good purposes for filmography. The problem is I'm gonna confuse some of them with Penny Marshall. He did Pretty Woman and did he do A League of Their Own? Or is that Penny Marshall? That's the one I'm like, I don't know who did which. And also famously immortalised on Comedy Bang Bang by Paul F. Tompkins, whose impression is very funny. So what if we do actor? That might answer it. Oh, is it Pretty Woman? No, that feels... I'll do it anyway. I suspect it's too early, but... Oh, blimey, I was right. She walked over the street into his life and saw his heart. While on a business trip to Los Angeles, Edward Lewis, a millionaire entrepreneur, I can't say. He makes a living buying and breaking up companies, picks up a prostitute, Vivian, while asking for directions. After, Edward hides Vivian to stay with him for the weekend to accompany him to a few social events, and to get closer only to discover there are significant hurdles to overcome as they try and bridge the gap between their very different worlds. And I'm sure this movie has aged perfectly like a fine wine. Jason Alexander, third build? Did not know that. Didn't realize he was in that movie. Obviously he's not playing George Costanza, but part of me kind of hopes he is. Number 3 this week. It was number 2 last week, and it's a Paramount Pictures release. Is it another Star Trek movie? We'll have to find out. It has made $76 million altogether, and it's been out for 5 weeks. It's made $6 million this week, and its tagline is invisible, silent, stolen. And I have no idea. I think I just want to do something that was not director. Shall we... do actor? I think really we should do actor 3, because that makes it more like... builds it up a little bit more. Like... Scott Glenn. Okay. Actor 2. Alec Baldwin. I think based on this, I'm actually going to guess from what we know so far what the movie is, and we're just going to tell you what who the lead actor is and the director. I reckon the lead actor is Sean Connery, the director is John McTiernan, and the movie is The Hunt for Red October, which is a brilliant classic. A new technology experienced Soviet nuclear sub, the Red October, is headed for the US coast under the command of Captain Marco Ramish. The American government thinks Ramish is planning to attack. This is, I don't know why I'm trying to do like a Sean Connery accent. I can't do a Sean Connery voice. Despite being half Scottish, I cannot do the accent. Charlemagne. It doesn't even sound it. What are you doing here, guys? Also, he's playing Russian in this movie. Like, and it works. Like, also the way. Sorry, this is again another tangent, but it's related to this movie. This movie does there's a bit in the start of this movie where the Russian character is speaking in Russian and it's subtitled in English, and it translates to English like seamlessly. Like, he starts speaking Russian and like it fades out the Russian and then into the English, unlike the word apocalypse, because it's the same word, because apocalypse is the same word in Russian and English, and it's like so seamless and incredible. Like, it is really impressive, and it's like an editing technique that it's so simple and obvious, and yet like I feel like only Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning is the only other movie I've seen that's done that really well. Coincidentally, also a movie where I don't think it's coincidence, I think it was very much intentional. Also a movie that where they do it on the submarine. Do the same thing on the submarine. It's The hunt is on. I'm still trying. I don't know what's wrong with me. Number 4 this week. It's Warner Brothers release. Yeah, John McTiernan went to jail. The guy who directed Die Hard went to jail for a bit. That's a fact. So it's a bit of trivia for you. So number 4 at the box office this week. Last week was number 4, and it's a Warner Brothers release. It is a gross total of $5 million this week, and it's a gross total of $82 million altogether. And I don't know what it could be. $82. Sorry. $82 million, sorry, is a lot of money. So, and it's been out 16 weeks. That's wild. It's really holding on there. So it's a holdover from basically the end of last year. So it's like a 1989 movie. Oh. I don't know what it could be. Shall we do the old favourite and say director? Bruce Beresford. Ah, yes. Bruce Beresford, the director of, definitely not typing him up to find out. Who he is. Because that's not helpful. Shall we say... Do we want to go Actor 3 and try and work our way up to Actor 1? Dan Aykroyd. Ooh. Interesting. Interesting that Aykroyd is third build. I would not peg him as a third build actor unless, obviously, there are two very big actors in front of him. And it's 1990. My instinct is Grosse Pointe Blank, but I don't think it's Grosse Pointe Blank because I think that's a bit later in this. And I don't think that's Warner Brothers anyway. Grosse Pointe Blank is great. You should watch Grosse Pointe Blank if you've never seen it. Jessica Tandy, second build. Oh, this is probably a comedy classic, isn't it? And it's going to be like... Oh, it's going to be Chevy Chase as the first build actor, isn't it? That's going to be the... It's going to be something, some nonsense like that. Why didn't we... Oh, Morgan Freeman. Okay, that wasn't what I expected. Okay, I think I expected it to be a dumb comedy movie, but I don't think it is if he is first build. Not that he doesn't, not that he can't be funny, but I don't associate him with comedy performances. Apart from obviously Bruce Almighty. Let's reveal the tagline. Funny, touching, and totally irresistible story of a working relationship that became a 25-year friendship. What? What? It's driving Miss Daisy. That's what it is. Story of an old Jewish widow named Daisy Weaven and their relationship with a black chauffeur Hoke. I haven't seen the movie, I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. From a initial mere work relationship grew in 25 years of a strong friendship between the two different characters, at a time when those types of relationships were shunned. Oh, that makes sense. That probably got like a bump this week because this is probably like just post Oscars where this did really well. If I recall correctly. I don't know why I say if I recall correctly. If I was there, I wasn't even born. Right, so number 5 this week is Universal Picture. God, it sounds so pretentious, isn't it? Universal Picture. It's a good motion picture, it says. It's got lots of stars, you see? And it's in its first week, and it's made $3 million. I suspect this isn't a hit. But then I guess box office was slightly different in those days. I remember when we had sleeper hits. yeah, so stuff could be like a sleeper hit and like be a success. It just has to just could be out for weeks and then find its audience like as it goes. Whereas now that doesn't happen as much. Like you get sleeper hits. Still, don't get me wrong. Like, I think Everything Everywhere All at Once is kind of a really great example of a movie that was like a bit of a sleeper hit and something that sort of grew as it sort of came out and sort of got bigger and bigger, and eventually that led to Oscar glory. But what the hell is this? This is quite loud. Oh, I think this is a remix from Miiverse. Not Miiverse, the Street Pass Quest, which I'm sure is going to get a re-release on Switch too, right, Nintendo? Anyway, number 5, Universal's first week. I don't know. Let's go for director. Donald Petrie. Oh, well, I mean, it's obvious now, isn't it? I have no idea who that is. Like, I'm a real fake film nerd, guys. Like, other people in my film studies class would be like, wow, he was the director who directed, like, 4 Dracula movies in the 70s and then had a career slump in the late 90s because he couldn't get his passion project of Boogaloo on Ice funded by any major studios. I don't know why I'm doing that impression. I didn't know any film studios like that. All the film students I knew were really cool. Right. I mean, back to the point. Donald Petrie. Let's just do Actor 1, because oh, Dana Carvey, church lady himself. I can't think of. I can't think of many movies aside from Master of Disguise where Dana Carvey would be billed first. I'm sure there's something that's really obvious, like that was obviously a big Dana Carvey star vehicle. I mean, as he should, he's like a super talented like comedian. I mean, the only thing I can think of from this time, which is insane because like I'm sure he's been in loads of stuff around science fiction. This is like when he was properly big from like Saturday Night Live and Wayne's World. Wayne's World is the one that I'm like, oh, maybe this is a Wayne's World or a Wayne's World 2. But it wouldn't. If it's Wayne's World 2, it wouldn't open at the 5. If it's Wayne's World 1, I suspect. I don't know why they would bill Dana Carvey above Mike Myers. And also, Donald Petrie wasn't the director of Wayne's World 1. In either way, I don't know why they would bill Dana Carvey over Mike Myers when, like, he's Wayne. It's not Garth's world. I had a friend in high school who like said I reminded her of Garth. It's not wrong. I get it. I'm very tired, guys. This was a bad idea. but I'm having fun. We're just doing the second actor. And if it's going to Mike Myers, I'm gonna... Oh, thank God. If it had been Mike Myers, I would have, like, just lost my mind. Oh, the sound level's okay. This is the main reason why we're here. And I think I've kind of lost sight of that. I think it's all good. This thing does have like an auto to stop like going into the red. Probably turn that on and use that. Item 3 is Robert Loggia. I have no idea what this is going to be. Will of Cons, Eddie's a pro. So, it's a comedy about scam artists. I don't know. I've got nothing. Does anyone out there have any idea here? What are we thinking? No Googling, remember. That's like the rule. Also, why have we got the winter overlay on? We had the spring one. Let's change that. Oh, that's nice. Oh, yikes. What's happening there? You saw nothing. Let's reveal all hints. Yeah, we'll lose about this. Eddie and Lou are a couple of 2-bit con men on the lam from a loan shark. They hide out in someone's house and they hear on the answering machine that A, the owner of the house is out of the country for a month or two, and B, the house is supposed to watch the house, but the house owner won't be able to watch the house due to a new job in another part of the country. God, what are the odds, right? This provides for a pretty nifty arrangement for Eddie and Lou until the right of the house owner drop by to visit. Eddie quickly adopts the guise of the person supposed to be house the owner, and the shenanigans start from there. Okay, that actually sounds pretty good. But I still don't know what it is. Opportunity knocks. Yeah, I definitely would not have got that. That was... Should we do one more? We'll do a fourth one and then end the stream at that point. Oh, okay, 2015, July 2015. I reckon we can do this. We'll be pretty good at this one. So, July 25th. Sorry, July 1st, 2015. So, Independence Day weekend. And number 1 at the box office is a Walt Disney movie. It was number 2 the week before. Sorry, I'm distracted by the spam bot there. Boo. Go and boo him. So the number 1 this week is Walt Disney movie. It was number 2 the week before. And it's been out for 3 weeks. It has made $29 million this week. And it has made $245 million overall. So this is the year of Age of Ultron and Ant-Man. I think this is a little bit early for Ant-Man. I've got the suspicion it comes out a couple of weeks later. I don't think it's Age of Ultron because obviously it's out for 3 weeks, and Age of Ultron comes out early May. It's that kind of big start of blockbuster season. That's when those typically will come out. So it might be an animated movie, it might be a Pixar, it might be a something else. Why don't we reveal director? And I think that might give us a good hint of what this is going to be. Pete Docter, right? So if it's Pete Docter, that means it's a Pixar because he is like the best. He's like the best Pixar guy. Although I am sure someone will make an argument for one of the other guys, like Andrew Stanton or Brad Bird. Actually, Brad Bird's a good Pixar guy, even though he's not technically Pixar. He's kind of like a sort of like a guy who just comes in and does The Incredibles and doesn't really do any of the other stuff with them. Although I'm sure he worked on various other films in various guises. But 2015, what's that 2015 Pixar movie? Pete Docter would direct. I wonder, is it Inside Out? Nailed it! Where 11-year-old Riley moves into a new city, her emotions team up to help her through a transition. Joy, fear, anger, and disgust and sadness work together. But when joy and sadness get lost, they must journey through unfamiliar places to get back home. Great movie! I still haven't seen the sequel, even though I do have the 4K Steelbook and a Disney Plus subscription. So there's multiple ways I could watch it, and I just haven't done it. But yeah. I like Inside Out a lot. I think Inside Out is really strong. Like I said, I think Pete Docter is one of the best Pixar directors. Oops, got my mic. Yeah, if you don't, I mean, it's not like you'll know his name, but like, he's obviously Inside Out. He also did Up, which is probably my favorite Pixar movie. Soul, and there's another one that I am forgetting that's really good, but clearly it's gone. But yeah, he's a good Pixar guy. I think he's like the head of story there now. Like he took over from Lasseter when Lasseter was when things happened. Let's leave it at that. Anyway. So, Jake Fred 2015, it's Universal movie. It was #1 last week. It has made 556 million so far. It's about 4 weeks. I think it is. I'm gonna get the name of this wrong, but it is Fast 7? Furious 7. Huh. Okay. Interesting. I immediately assumed that's what that was. So who is... But this is a... Oh, it took a swing we missed. Director is Colin Trevorrow. Colin Trevorrow. So this is Jurassic World. Years after the events of Jurassic Park, Isla Nublar is now a fully functioning dinosaur theme park. Jurassic World, as originally envisioned by John Hammond. And yet, which baffling considering the events of Jurassic Park that someone let that happen. Like, people died. It's wild. But yeah, Jurassic World started a whole new sub-franchise of Jurassic Park that still continues to this day. They did the trilogy that people increasingly disliked as it went along. I have a lot of love for this franchise. I quite like the first Jurassic World. I liked stuff about the Fallen Kingdom, and I didn't see Dominion, but I've heard it is not good. And then they've got a new one coming out this year, which I wasn't excited about until I heard that Gareth Edwards is directing it. And I think Gareth Edwards is a very, very cool director who does a lot with very little. If any of you saw The Creator a couple of years ago, that is a very good sci-fi movie made on very little money. And it looks like it cost like 100 million more than it actually did. It's wild. It is very cool. So I'm vaguely excited about. Excited is wrong term. I am interested in Rebirth, but I don't really know where they can go with the series at this point. But anyway, Jurassic World, enjoyable movie. Silly movie, but enjoyable. Not as good as the first Jurassic Park, but then what is? Movie number 3. This is a new entry from Paramount Pictures. It is made for $27 million this week, and it has made $42 million in total. Not sure how that works, but whatever. Yeah, it's 2015. And a third. Shall we do... Actually, that's not director. We're going to do actor 3 and we're going to work backwards up that. Because let's make it more interesting. So, Arnold the Governator. I cannot do the accent. Again, this is like... We need to end this stream. Before these accents get even worse than they already were. But if you enjoy this, enjoy my tip-top accent work, you will love my Phoenix Wright playthroughs. Literally 4 hours of accent work. I swear it's better than this. Just about. I think this is going to be one of the Expendables movies. I think the big question is going to be which one, because there's like there's like 4 of them, and it's like different actors in each one. I think Stallone's in all of them. Is he in the 4th one? Did he even bother with that one? Because it felt like no one else bothered with that one. Not even the audience. Punch. I'm gonna say it's probably the 3rd one off the top of my head, but I'm going to look up more clues. Jai Courtney. In that case, I don't think it might be The Expendables. I think it's a movie you referenced earlier. I wonder if this is Terminator Genesis. That was a good guess. I think this is like the one Terminator I've never seen. And I get the feeling I'm not missing anything. The year is 2029. John Connolly, with the Resistance, continues the war against the machines. At the Los Angeles offensive, John's fears of the unknown future begin to emerge when TechCom spies reveal a new plot by Skynet that will attack him from both fronts, past and future, and ultimately change warfare forever. Emilia Clarke doesn't have a great track record with franchises, right? Like, she's in this Terminator movie, which is widely kind of panned. I think she's probably a bit miscast. I'm guessing she's playing Sarah Connor. Like, I'm pretty sure that's what the case is. She's in, yeah, like she's done Terminator, she's done Star Wars, she's done Marvel, and I feel like she's kind of been kind of unfortunate in being in some of like the lower tier of those. Like, so she's in Solo. I quite like her in that movie actually. I think her character is really interesting, and they kind of set her up to do something to be something more interesting that will probably never happen. I think the character comes back in Outlaws, but not played by her. So it's kind of, in some ways, it's a bit of a shame. And yeah, and then she's in Secret Invasion, which is moving on. So number 4 this week is a new entry from Warner Brothers. It has made $27 million in total. It's made $12 million this week. Again, it's a new entry, so I don't quite understand that logic. Maybe it's in previews or whatever. It's made that $15 million beforehand, which is very bad if it's a new entry, but it's making the rest of it in preview. Should we go for tagline? It's one of those movies, 2015. It's gonna be I bet it's gonna be one of the Snyderverse DC movies. Does Batman v Superman, is that this year? Let's find out. Back to the grind. Yeah, I mean that's definitely the tagline for Batman v Superman, right? It's not. Back to the grind. This was a big budget movie about barristers, and the grind is referring to coffee beans. Like it's a competitive sports movie, but about making coffee. Actually, it sounds pretty good. I should start writing that right now. No one stole my idea, guys. Let's look at the director, Gregory Jacobs. I don't know the name. That's third bill was Joe Manganiello. Oh, is it? Is it the second Magic Mike movie? Because I know that dude's in at least one of them. It's the one that famously It's like, it's not Magic Mike 2, it's like Magic Mike XL, XXL, or whatever. Back to the grind. 3 years after Mike bowed out of the stripper life at the top of his game, he and the reigning Kings of Tampa hit the road to Myrtle Beach from one last blowout performance. So the thing about this movie, right? So Steven Soderbergh, you know, famous, like, very prolific indie director. He directs the first one of these, and then basically he goes, I'm not making film, I'm not going to direct anymore, I'm going to retire. And like, but then said, you know what, I'm not going to direct Magic Mike 2, but I'm going to be the cinematographer for it. So he's still basically the guy behind the camera, even though he's not directing it. And then like, he comes out of retirement anyway, and then directs like 5 films a year from that point onwards. So, you know, his retirement's going really well. He's already directed 2 movies that come out this year. I don't know how he does it. I've heard Black Bag is really good. I need to watch it at some point because it sounds like very much something I'd be into. It's a really cool spy thriller. Anyway, number 5 this week. It has made a total of $58 million. It's made $11 million this week, and it's a Universal Picture. Again, there's a pretentious. It's a Universal Picture. Actually, there's a box office game that was like 1920, like August the 3rd, 1923. Ah, yes. New silent movie with Clara Bow. Tagline. Whoop, she's back. Anyway. So it still could be anything though at this point. I reckon we're gonna Sheffield director again. It's boring, but so that does, fortunately, that narrows it down quite a bit. Because old Seth MacFarlane, creator of Family Guy, and voice of half the characters on it. He has directed a couple of films. It's because he directed Ted, A Million Ways to Die in the West. Did he direct Ted 2? I can't remember. And then he went back to doing TV. And then he's directed anything since. I think he's probably directed like many episodes of The Orville, but which is basically him just going, I want to make Star Trek, but they won't let me make Star Trek, so I'll make my own Star Trek. Apparently it's like not terrible. But then like Star Trek came back and suddenly it became super irrelevant. It's like, well, why are we going to discount Star Trek when actual Star Trek is back? So I think it's going to be, not to like drag this out any longer, because I think Ted comes out 2011, and I think this is his like sort of follow-up to. Huh. Okay, I guess I'm wrong. Yeah, so I think A Million Ways to Die in the West is sort of his follow-up to Ted. And Ted was a massive box office success. Like, I don't think anyone expected it to be as successful as it was. And they follows up with A Million Ways to Die in the West, which flops. Like big time. So he basically has to make Ted 2 as a result. Which we're going to just go ahead and guess right now because... Yeah. Newlywed couple Ted and Tammy then want to have a baby, but in order to qualify to be a parent, Ted will have to prove he's a person in the court of law. What? Is that the plot of Ted 2? What? I've seen the first Ted. The first Ted was kind of funny. It's pretty funny. I have not seen Ted 2. Kind of feel like it's one of the movies I like. I mean, it is like he had to make it because his other movie flopped so hard, and I think he wanted to keep directing. And it was like, oh, well, I guess I have to do. Or there was some contractual thing, or it was like you got to make one. You got to make. Various and the recipe had to make a Ted sequel. I don't know how accurate all that is. But anyway, so that's the box office game. That's a fun thing we like to do every so often on the stream. I really enjoy doing it. Sometimes it's good, sometimes I'm pretty terrible at it. But that's the fun of it, really. But it's been a lot of fun. I don't think we'll play anything else. I think I'm going to call it here because, like I said, I'm getting pretty tired. I do need to go to work in the morning, so I probably should call it fairly soon. But I kind of also... I think we should end the box office game on that note. And we'll end the stream with that. I think the set's been very successful. Obviously, I haven't had a game to sort of test or play it out with. Which probably should have done, but we haven't, so there's that. But yeah, so thank you for joining me for I'm so bad at this, guys. So thank you for joining me for the stream today. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. We'll be back on this weekend for something new. I don't know what it is, but my copy of Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition has arrived today. I am staring at it right now, and I'm kind of debating whether to just play that all weekend. So, prepare for 6 months worth of streams of that, maybe. I'm kidding, we're not going to do that. Or are we? I mean, we might do some streams of it. Like, a few. For 6 months. We're gonna play Xenoblade Chronicles X, aren't we? Anyway, thanks for... Yeah, so... We'll play something else now. We'll play something on the weekend. I don't know what it's gonna be. Seriously. But serious. But thank you for joining me. But thanks for joining me for the stream today. I'm just repeating myself. I am very, very tired. Thanks for hanging out. Whether it was for a couple of minutes or whether it was the whole thing, or in between, I really appreciate it. This has been a bit weirder than usual. But not complaining. And as always, I just feel sorry. I have to say this because I just feel like I'm in kind of sort of a weird infinite loop with just ending the stream. I keep reading the same things over again, or I'm about to repeat the same things. I keep stopping myself because I'm like, I have just said that. It's insane. But as always, au revoir, baby. Why is this a game? See ya. Crap, where is the end stream button thing? Ah, there it is. God, Metroid rules. This is very Blade Runner-esque. Wait, why are we still talking? We should be ending this. Goodbye!